perfect one. Let's take 20 more seconds, then share on. Alright, eyes up here in 10, 9. Thank you for your hands in advance. I'll give everyone else 8 more seconds. I'll put them down. Eyes up in 7, 6, 5. Even if you're not done, in 4, in 3, I love all these hands already, in 2, in 1, and in 3. Alright, sharing out about either one, either the first question or the second question. Track, how's your name?
For spring break, I stayed over at my grandma's house for the week. Then on the weekend, I got my hair done the wrong way. And on Sunday, I went to church with my papa, my sister, and my mom, and little cousins, and I had Easter eggs.
Ooh, sounds great. Sounds great. Track, Takesha?
Takesha. I went to Alabama. I stayed there for 5 days. And then I went to Atlantic City. Then I came to Trent. Then I went to Atlantic City and I went into like, I don't know if it's a hotel. It's not a hotel, but it's different from a hotel. And
Okay, you don't know.
and then I went into the it's like a big thingy. I don't know what it's called, but I went in it.
Takesha, you won't believe this, but I was also in Alabama.
Really?
Right.
I haven't seen it. I haven't
You
seen
saw
it.
me in Alabama?
We probably in different places.
Alright, thank you, Takesha. Track, Dwayne?
And I went to a restaurant and went over my grandma's house and the song I listened to was Turned Out.
Okay, cool. One more, Track, Kazia?
It was spring break. I played 2K with Nathan.
Okay.
And on Easter yesterday, I went to David Buster's and I got in my basket. I had my grandma. She had brought me NBA Live 15 and a new basketball, and my mom brought me a new basketball.
Well, I wish we had time to hear about everyone's, but we do have a lot to do today. If you want to tell me more about it, I'll be upstairs. All right, grab that clipboard up again. We have new notes today. We're learning about your G string. This is one of the strings you have it. That we haven't talked about yet. So quickly, we're going to go through the 4 notes, and then we'll do a quick independent practice on the back. And then we got actually sort of a new song. I don't remember this time. Thank you. Bringing it back now. Let me just check your eyes to make sure you're with me. Eyes may come up quickly. You can switch out with one in the box. All right, using either the chart or just your amazing 5th grade knowledge, let's go ahead and fill this in. 0 fingers on the G string, that's pretty straightforward. 0 fingers on the G string is going to be...
G.
Okay, thank you. Let's do hands. So let's try to just practice. J is going to be what? G. Excellent. So G, fill that in. First finger on the G string, Takesha, is going to be? You can check the diagram below if you're not sure. I'm going to have someone else jump in. Is that okay?
A.
A, exactly right. The first finger on the G is going to be A. If you look down here, you can see the diagram. Second finger, or for cellos, this is third finger, Daisy is going to be what?
B.
Excellent. Third finger for violins and violas, or fourth finger for cellos, Brianna, is going to be? Excellent. Any questions about those 4 notes? We have a new G, a new A, and a new B, and a new C. So now we have 2 versions of each of those notes. 2 quick questions. Emily, go ahead.
I thought it was equal one finger on the G string.
No, that's on the D string. It's okay. Miriam? You do need to take your test. I'll give you a chance to make that up. Yes?
How would the notes look for the
That's what we're doing on the back. Let's go ahead and flip over to the back now. I'm going to scroll down so you can see this. The first thing we'll do is practice writing the notes. But I want you to, before you do that, I want you to look at the bottom so you can see what the notes look like. Please unpack. The first measure is done for you. So why don't we actually do the note identification at the bottom first so you can start to see what the notes look like, and then after we practice looking at them, then we can write them at the top. So, violins, notice that your notes are way down below the staff now. We haven't had ledger lines for you, but when your notes go into the G string, they go below the staff, so you have to add these extra lines down here. Go ahead and identify those. Violas and cellos, yours are just lower on the staff. After you've completed the note identification, you can go back to the top, write in your clef, and then practice writing each of those notes. We're only going to take about 3 or 4 minutes to complete this, and then we'll try for the rest of the time. C. Okay. I am hearing some speaking. Thank you for refocusing yourself. Seems like you guys are really on track today. I'm really excited about getting these notes down. Yeah, once you know the note identification, go back up to the top and do the writing part. So you can use the note identification at the bottom to help you draw each of those. I'm not actually hearing too much speak now. I will issue level 1s now if I see your mouth moving. job with this. Let's have the switchboards up. And so stop with eyes on me in 5. Switchboards up, eyes on me in 4. Sit down, finishing up in 3. It's okay if you're not done. In 2. And keep finishing up. Eyes are up here in 1. Almost there. And all switchboards up. Can you imagine? Switchboards are up. And 0. Excellent. Any questions about these details before we move on? They will come up in the song that you see on your stand, and not today. We'll be going over them when we get to part B and part C. Did I just see a hand? Our goal today, I'm going to start putting our rehearsal goals up here just so we're a little more conscious of it. Our goal today is going to be learning part A of this new song on your stand. We're also going to review our other 2 songs to make sure we're ready for the concert. This concert is coming up real quick, guys. It's the beginning of April now, and your concert is going to be at the end of May, which means in about 6 or 7 weeks from now, we're going to be performing for your parents. So we really got to focus and make sure we're using time in class efficiently and working really hard to make sure we put on the best show possible. I know we're going to step up and do the right thing, but we're still going to have to work really hard until then. I know there are a lot of questions about the concert. I'm going to hold off and just answer those a little bit closer to that time. I want to just focusing on the music over now. So checking eyes, checking tracking before we unpack, checking tracking. Jarvis, I need your eyes. Kezzy, I need your eyes. Thank you. Remind me of the last people who did folders. Who were the last 2 people to do folders? These 2 here. Okay, Luani and Ajay, you guys will be doing folders in the next 2 weeks. You may silently unpack your instruments. That's part of the job. We are on silence. Put it later, early this week. I don't know anything about it. Put it back away. The one with the contract is 3 feet. Wait. Keep your stuff. Joe, let's move along. Grab your instruments. Excellent. Back in 1, back in 0. Awesome. Emily just reminded me of something that I want to quickly talk about before we get started, and that is rosin. So I understand your impact, but let's move to So some of you are probably aware of this, some of us may not be, but there's a special thing that we need to put on our bows so they can be sticky enough to actually play. Up to this point, I've just been having the 6th graders rosin our bows for us because they play the same instruments. But it's good that we also know how to rosin our bows. So just in case in this situation, Emily's bow doesn't have nearly enough rosin on it this morning, so she needs to be able to do it herself. There's a box of rosin over here, so the procedure goes like this. The sign I ask you to use is the sign language letter for R, which stands for rosin. So if any point during independent practice, or when I'm not up here actually teaching, so when you're practicing by yourself or you're doing independent work on your paper, if you need rosin, you give me this sign here. That tells me I need rosin. I will either bring it to you, or I'll just point over at the box so you can go over and get it out of the blue box, which is usually sitting over here. 1 second, I answer questions in 1 second. I see the signs now. I'm going to demonstrate and then I'll let you do it yourself. The rosin comes in this, 1 second. The rosin comes in this little wooden sort of half box. And the rosin itself is the brown stuff in between. It's actually made out of tree sap, and it is very, very fragile. So it might look like it's really hard, or it might feel really hard, but it chips really easily, and if you drop it, it will bust into 1,000 pieces and break. So we need to be really careful with it when we use it. The 2 things I'm going to ask you to do. First of all, you don't want to touch the rosin because it's really sticky, and it's going to make your fingers sticky, which is not a pleasant thing. To rosin the bow, I want you to take your thumb, and you can go ahead and practice this. There's a little metal piece right at the bottom of the hair on the bow. You need to cover that up with your thumb. Cover it up completely with your thumb. The reason we do that is because when we rosin our bow, which looks like this, we don't want to slide it down here and have that metal piece hit the edge of the rosin. What that's going to do is that's going to chip up the edge of the rosin, and eventually it's all going to break off. So when you do it, cover up this metal piece completely, then just put your bow on the rosin and slide it back and forth. 5 or 6 times is usually enough. 5 or 6 times is usually enough. I'm going to put a little bit more on Emily's because hers is especially lacking in rosin this morning. Just up and down a little bit. And then that's usually enough. As long as we treat this rosin correctly, it'll last us a long time and lots of students will be able to use it. If we drop it or we chip it up with our bows, we're not going to have enough for everyone to use. Alright, I'm going to pass around 1 right now. Most people probably don't need rosin. So how do you know if you need rosin? Let me just quickly demonstrate with this instrument. If you can just play and your bow is making a sound, you don't need rosin. You're good to go. So that's most of the instruments here. Because sixth grade has been rosin the most for us, most of the instruments stay rosin and really don't need it. Every once in a while you pick up your instrument and you'll play and you pull it across and it doesn't really make any sound at all. That's the sign that you will need rosin and which one you can put up the sign. So I'm going to pass out 1 right now. I'm going to start with Brianna. Brianna, when you're done, you can pass it to Ajane. Ajane, when you're done, you can pass it back. We're only going to do 2 rosins now. We can do some of them. So I did not ask us to start playing. That was not a part of what I suggested we do. Go ahead and rosin. Everyone else's instruments are up. We're not doing any other rosin now. Like I said, most of you do not need to rosin your bow. Again, I ask you not to play now. You should not be playing now. D major scale, instruments up. Everyone else who is not rosin your bow. Violins go! Checking tracking now. I need all eyes in 2. I need all in rest position in 1. I need all in rest position in 0. So some of us are being distracted by the rosin and aren't paying attention. So I should be up here. Heidi, it's okay if you're rising, but everyone else should have their eyes up here. We're not playing together. Keep it together. Remember, you put up the rosin sign during an independent practice time or when I'm not up here teaching. Thank you. Violins. do a different rhythm this time. I saw your hand. It's going to take me a second to get to it. A suggestion for a rhythm, again, if I'm speaking, if I'm up here teaching, that's not the time for Rosin. You do it during an independent practice, and that way I don't have to stop. Suggestion for the rhythm. Tashawn? Oh, sorry. Tyler. Sure, we can definitely do pepperoni pizza. Let's have Madeline start. Checking our posture now. So scooting up to the edge of the chair. Luani, that is looking fantastic. Madeline in the back looking fantastic. Really nice posture. So let's make sure one knee is sort of pointed out this way. So our instruments are up and back on our shoulders, just like Emily. Excellent, excellent. Show me those bow holds for a second before we start. Round fingers. First finger is gripping the stick. Pet the stick, pet the stick. Keep your finger down and around. Keep pinky on top, and then show me that curved thumb underneath. Pepperoni pizza, here we go. Violin. Once you have it out, you can independently review it for 1 minute, or I choose one instrument, and we'll do it together. Then pass the rosin up to Jaden. Jaden, when you're done, pass it to Omari. That's the only two we'll do now. No other rosin. 1 minute of independent practice on French folk song. Ajay, thank you for being there already. Luckily, you got there when you got your lead direction. Next time it'll be level ones if we're not there by 0. French folk song, instruments up. D, D. So just use one of the ones over there for now, and I'll make sure you have your own by next class. D, D, D. Just hold on to it for now. C, C, C. B, C, D. A. Instruments up. 1, 2, 3. Beginning. Ready, go. 2. I need all eyes. Use your eyes. Okay, that was actually a really, really good start. I know it's been a while since we played because we just got back from spring break. So I'm going to do it one more time just to make sure we're there. I got you. Just wait 1 second. Remember, I can't do it right away. One more time. For those of you who are doing it and nailing the notes, my suggestion to you is to try to use a little bit more bow. Right now it sounds like there's only about 20 of us in here when there's almost 30 of us. So we can all play a little bit more, use a little bit more bow, play confidently because you guys really do sound good. Don't you go like that? I just want to hear it, okay? So check that posture, get those instruments up. I'm looking for the best posture now. Instruments back on your shoulder. Omar, that's looking great. One more time, the first half through, get yourself ready. So right from the very beginning, you're with us, so you don't have to jump in afterwards. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, beginning, ready, go! Let's just do 15 seconds this time. Really just one time through the second half to remember it yourself, and then we'll do it together. One time through the second half. Go ahead now. Thank you, that was much better this time than the last time. We're going to go all the way through the second half. Cellos, I'm going to play your part with you, so you can do that, but I'm going to play on violin because that's just what I'm doing right now. Instruments up, we don't do our bows like that. Instruments up for the second half, so you just hold on to it until someone else can put up the next sign, which will be at the next in pen practice. So right now, you just hold on to it for the next in pen practice. Instruments up, here we go, second half. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go! I'll give you the beat on the drum, that might be more helpful. 1, 2, 3, second half, go! Try that again. Just the first 4 measures. I'm not laughing about this. Instruments up. what I meant by the first four measures are the first four measures of the second half. So we're actually starting at measure 21. I understand someone was at the beginning of that time. Now we're moving on to the next four measures, which starts at 23, 25 on an E. 25 on an E. You ready? Ready, go! On to 29. 29. We need to review those four measures. 20, 29, 30, 31, and 32. You have 1 minute to learn that by yourself. Only work 29, 30, 31, and 32. You have 1 minute to learn that. Go. Not now. You gotta practice now. Not now, sorry. Level ones and zero. A reminder, as I count down, that's not a level one for unnecessary noise. As I count down, we should be playing less, not playing more. 29, please. 29. Ready, go! Instrument G. Start on G. Pluck this part. You're starting to get it, but I want to hear you just plucking it. 29, please. No questions right now. Instruments up. 29. 29. Redirection for necessary. Okay. So you should be playing what we're playing, not playing other stuff. I apologize. I was saying 29. I was playing another part. That was totally fine. Let's finish it off because I do want to move on. So 37. We don't treat our bows like that. Takesha, we don't treat our bows like that. What's up?
Where did you see a D A?
Sorry, that was the violin part. So now we're going to be at 37. It will be the last four measures of the piece for you. Pluck now. Pluck. The last four measures. So we'll just call that level one for unnecessary noise. Realize that the next time it will be retention. The last four measures of the piece. Amanda, it sort of looks like you're not ready to play with us. Instrument up. Last four measures. Last four measures are D, A, G, D, E. Last four measures, cellos with your bow now. I bet you're not going to be very successful with the end getting in like that. Take a chance now to pull it back up. We're not plugging yet because I'll make sure to let you know when. Yes, Kazir?
I must not have it right.
You do.
No,
Get the very last four measures of the piece.
it says.
He's on the paper, lean on me.
Oh, I thought this was what we were playing.
So one French. Cello's only ready to try the last four measures. Alright. Looks like Melanie's ready. I'm not sure if Matt's ready because he's still only his without an for now. While cellos get ready and Kazir gets his bow ready, I'm here violins plucking the last four measures. Not yet. Get ready though. Plucking. Ready, pluck. Now with violas and cellos, last four measures, violas. I'll just check rest position again. Thank you very much for being there. A few days. Brian is in rest position. We'll call that level 1. Eyes are up here. Redirection. When we're refocused, we'll start again. We're not focused now, so many of us are not tracking. Many of us are not paying attention. Close it down. Try that again. And this time, there's no reason to center. We're going to move on to lean on me. Bows can be down. We're going to start by plucking. Make sure you're looking at the right side. Violins and violas. You have this music on 2 different sides. Make sure you're looking at the right one. We're going to be plucking for the rest of the class. We don't have class. Checking rest position tracking after you switch to lean on me in 5. Go on right to level 1 infractions for not tracking or not being rest position in 4. In 3, we're in rest position avoiding receiving infraction by being there in 3 seconds. In 2, we're not bugging yet. In 1, and now checking tracking. Okay. This is going to be our final piece for the concert. I'm ready. Now level 2. Eyes are up here. What? Keep your eyes open. Alright, we all have the same thing at the beginning. I'm going to play it for you a few times so you can start to hear it, and then we'll work on it together. Just listen to the beginning. You're showing tough control while I do this. I'm going to play it 2 more times so you can hear it, and then I'm going to let you practice a little bit by yourself. Again, this is the first 4 measures. Everyone has exactly the same thing in the first 4 measures. Make sure your fingers off your strings so I'm not hearing anything else. Since we've sung this, if we've sung in class at all, but I want us to quickly try singing it. The only notes we have at the beginning, eyes are up here, gentlemen. Right now it feels like you're not showing self-control. You can show self-control in here, or you can serve an attention for not showing self-control. It's really your choice. I just want you to sing the notes at the beginning with me. We'll only do the first 4 measures. Listen a few times, follow with your eyes, and then join me in a little bit. D, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E. Listen one more time. D, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E. Sing with me. D, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E, and thank you. So we do this so we can learn this music to the best of our ability. When we don't show self-control while we're doing that, there will be issues. So this time, again, you show self-control or you serve attention for not showing self-control. One more time. Ready, sing. D, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E. Thank you. Take 30 seconds without your bow to learn this pizzicato, and then we'll do it together. Maybe again now. Rest position tracking in 1. Rest position tracking in 0. I need Madeline's eyes. Thank you. Instruments up. Locking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Part. A. Ready. Plug. Not singing. Eyes are back up here. Eyes are back up here. So when you respond here, you receive the same consequences she's already received. Showing self-control with their instruments. Instruments up. Listen once. Get ready. Ready, go! And thank you. Same thing. Listen again. I'm going to go a little bit slower. You should be fine. Pick up your bow if you're ready, or if you'd rather continue to pluck, you may continue to pluck this time. Instruments up, eye way first. That was not an invitation to begin with. Your lack of self-control results in us achieving less as a class. So when you show self-control with your body, with your instrument, then we can do a lot here. When you can't do that, you're taken away from everyone else who's trying to work it. I need your eyes up here now. Instruments up. Ready, go! Good, two more times. Let's just make it clear, because I guess some of us didn't understand. That means we're not stopping, that means we're not making any instrument, any sound with our bodies. That means we're not dancing, we're not moving, we're just sitting silently and we're waiting to play. If that's not clear, then you will receive an extension. Thank you. Eyes up here. Not now. You know we wait till independent practice. You ready? Ready, go! Awesome, that sounds great. That's starting to sound really good. That is the first part of part A. That's the first 4 measures. The next 4 measures, if you play viola or you play cello, the next 4 measures are exactly the same. You just play the same thing over again. Violins, your part changes. You go up to F, F, G, A, B, B, A, G, F, F, G, A, G, G, F, F. I forgot how it goes. Yes, sir. Question? You're going to have to speak up. I can't. Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. Yeah, violas and violins both go up here. So, violins, let's try measure 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's the same, except you're going to start 3 notes up. Listen once, and then just see if you can rock it out the first time. It's G, G, F, E, B, G, F, A, B. And then it's into part B, but we're not going to worry about part B. Listen to the second part of A one more time, and then we'll try it together. Second part of part A. Take maybe 15, 20 seconds to try that by yourself. Violins, cellos are going back and practicing the beginning again. Cellos are the beginning. Let's see it. One, two, Amanda, I need you with us. 1, 2, beginning, go. Tracking in 1 and in 0. Violins, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either do the first part starting at measure 1, or if you're ready, this is for violas too, if you're ready to try measure 5 with me, you can do that. They're going to sound very good when we're playing them together. Cellos, you do it at the beginning, measure 1. So violins and violas, you choose either 1, measure 1, or measure 5, either way. Instruments up, play back to me. Eyes are up here. Ready, go! classroom. And discipline. Lamari, 100%. No discipline. Jaden, 100%. Luani, 100%. Stacey, 100%. Madeline, 100%. Tyler, 100. Tayshawn, 100. Emily, 100. Madeline, 100. Marion, 100. Sorry. Heidi, 100. Brianna, 100. Anthony, 100. Brianna, 100. Ajay, 100. Yes, hold on to lean on me. That goes in your folder. Classwork can be cast in. If you are in a group that we tried lean on me before, the one I handed out today is a new copy. So make sure you throw away the old copy because that one's different. I changed it this weekend. So make sure you use the copy that I passed out today, not the copy that you made of that. Takesha, level 2, documents over time. Level 1 for unnecessary noise, 90% participation. Jarvis, 50% participation. Level 1 for unnecessary noise. Tyseer, 90% participation. Ahmed, level 2 for talking in inappropriate times. Wayne is in class. John, 100. Daisy, 100. Melanie, 100. Maya, 100. If you received 100%, you also received 40 paycheck dollars. I bumped it up, so you're now receiving even more money. If you received less than 100%, for every 10 points down, it was $10 less. Show me you're ready to get out of here by showing responsibility. People can stay up because that's their job. You want your, oh, you taking your group around? Alright, I'm just hearing a little bit of noise, which tells me we might not be focused when we're lining up. So I'll just wait for that noise to stop. Thank you. Show self-control and you will avoid a level 1 or a detention while you're lining up. I will not issue redirections because we know how to line up and we don't need redirections. We'll do it correctly or in the constant. A through M, they silently line up. Everyone else, you should have a seat and try again silently. Older people?
What?
Your job is actually to stay and straighten up the classroom. Put one of these on every clipboard, and anything left out from your class will pile over here. Go ahead. Thank you, girls. Beautiful. Thank you, girls, so much. All right, that was technology.